cooperate with me? You gonna let me do my live? Okay, all right. So I want to do this preliminary, right? I want to do this preliminary stuff because I tried to stay away from the topic as much as possible. I tried to stay away from the individual as much as possible. But I mean, he said what he said. And so, the information gets back and we know what it is. And so we're talking about Mr. Trucker Brown. Talking about Trucker Brown. So Trucker Brown is, of course, he's very, he has a certain way that he feels about own operators and stuff like that. And so, I mean, that's okay. That's all right. And what I tell people is that, when you post things up, you're not going to be above critique, right? You're not going to be above being critiqued. And so when you say certain things, right? So when you say certain things, you got to be ready to stand behind that information that you put out there. So I'm doing this live to let everybody know, to get everybody prepared, because we're going to get ready to go in on Trucker Brown. That's right. We're going in on Trucker Brown and the information that he puts out there. So get the message out there, Coco, Trucker Red, Party Hard, and anybody else that may have any kind of indifferences when it comes to Trucker Brown, because I'm going to teach you tonight how to go in on a person's philosophies, right? To go in on their information without even have to go into their personal lifestyle, right? Notice that tonight I'm not going to use any kind of profanity. I'm not going to use any kind of N-words or whatever. I'm just going to simply go in on his own logic, right? I'm going to go in on his own logic and, let it speak for itself. Because I'm one of Trucker Brown's day ones, right? So I've been watching his progress from the time he actually got into the trucking industry, right? And like I said, he's made very good progress, but on the side of the own operators, not so much. So, Trucker Brown, man, listen. It's not very intelligent to speak on something that you don't have any information about. I mean, in fact, people are not even going over there to your channel and bragging or whatever. We are just up here putting our content, and you just happen to come along and look at it or whatever, and I guess you apply your own information to it to say, oh man, that's not what it is. Own operators that, own their own equipment, they got their own trucks, their own trailers, their own authority. It's not anything what people are projected to be, and that's not the case. It's not up here to show you wrong, Mr. Trucker Brown. It's to show that if anyone has any kind of, if they're trying to get into the industry and they're trying to do it the right way, if they're trying to do it the right way by people who put in the work, by people that can show and prove the things that they have, right? And say that, yeah, you can get to it despite the fact that you have a lot of naysayers. You have these naysayers out here who information is incorrect because they're not even in this particular field, and when they tried it, they went the wrong way. You see, you hijacked a lot of the information that was being put forth and stuff, and then, incorporated into your own little way of doing things, and so, and you see it didn't work out. It didn't work out the way that you wanted to and stuff. And so, now you just feel a certain way about it, and you're attacking people that are basically doing the same thing that you're doing now, right? Which again is okay, but I'm saying just check out his philosophy, because we're gonna go in on it, right? Here's his own words. If anybody has any doubt, right? If anyone has any doubt, this is Trucker Brown in his own words. Pay attention.
When they have to brag about what they own. I want a trailer, I want a cash truck, and they start showing you titles. Number one, that stuff is private. You wouldn't show it if you had it like that. Number two, if you have to fill up a apartment size refrigerator, TR, or cash truck, and they start showing you titles. Number one, that stuff is private. You wouldn't show it if you had it like that. Number two, if you have to fill up a apartment size refrigerator, it's a month worth of food, and you're not OTR, which means you should be able to go home to your apartment homeless. It's just that simple. It's that simple. Only time you're in trucking and you're not homeless, staying in your truck is when you're OTR. If dudes that are regional, they have a place to stay. So that's the first thing you know. If you had it like that, you wouldn't have to show me. You know how we know our owner op is beat?
So there it is right there in its own words. So tonight, be up in the place. Anyone that had any kind of questions, right? Anyone that had any kind of questions, we're gonna go ahead and put it right on out there. Because I mean, talk about the teapot calling the kettle black. I kept my peace as long as I could. I kept as long as I could. And I'm saying, well, hey, no harm, no foul, right? But a lot of information has been getting back, and I'm like, where are y'all getting this stuff from? He said, well, they're watching, following Trucking Brown. I'm saying, okay, all right, well, I mean, look, this guy, he's not on operate, right? He doesn't own any equipment. I don't even know what he does and stuff. And so, I mean, he goes in, he went in on Party Hard and stuff, but again, talk about the teapot calling the kettle black. But this is just the preliminary stuff, right? So, I'm not going to use your name, right? I'm not going to use your name because, I don't want people to think that I'm just up here for clout and all this other stuff here. It's just, we're going to correct a lot of the wrongs and stuff, man, the philosophies of Mr. Trucker Brown, right? Because, again, Mr. Walking, Talking Contradiction, seems that he wants to go out here and stuff and now be bothered by the fact that, that people are out here having to show and prove. We have to show and prove because if we didn't, we could be like Trucker Brown. Just say any old thing and stuff and be in any old sector and at the same time never have to show and prove anything, Say whatever you want but can't even substantiate your own information, And I mean, you could be opinionated and stuff, and like I said, I respected that, right? When you was opinionated. But the thing is, you should have stayed in your own arena. You should have stayed in your own arena. You should, whatever you are, right? That's where you should have stayed. You should have never stepped in the business sector of things, and that's what we're going to go in on, right? And we're going to do a total analysis of the business analogy of the business makings of why Trucker Brown is in the position that he's in, why he feels the way that he feels. So it's nothing personal. It's just business. So y'all tune in. 7 o'clock. Have your tail right here because we're going to go in on Mr. Trucker Brown. That's right. Like I said, I don't have to go or use anything personal. I'm going to use every single thing that he has done or he has said in his career. That's right. I don't have to go any further. I'm not going to use anything personal. Don't have to use any kind of profanity or whatever. Now, can he do the same with me? We'll see. I'm more than welcome to be open up to the opportunity and stuff. To go into the dialogue or whatever and stuff. I mean, he certainly talks about he certainly has a gripe up his tail and stuff when it comes to own operators. And we know what the language is, right? We know what the language is. We know what the language is and stuff, but I mean, that's not the way to go. I mean, hey, the cash truck, the guy that's the man that's bringing in the science and stuff of the cash truck is showing you every single day and stuff. He's making moves in his business. I mean, he's not bragging about anything. He's just showing you that it can be done. He's just saying, well, the naysayers are certainly out here saying that, well, it can't be done. New video and stuff from out the sky or whatever, or they just, for whatever reason, we just bring clarity. we're bringing clarity and stuff. And you know, we're staying in our own lanes. We're not going over there and bugging this man. We're not bugging this man. But I mean, I understand. You see what you see and you're bothered by it. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, you know, you can be bothered by it all you want to. It's just, you know, we tried to go over here and help you. You know, you disrespected the master teacher. You disrespected the master teacher, Casanova 601. You know, you took his content. You took his content. You took his you know, you took his information, twisted it up, you know, and tried to make it as your own. And we see how that worked out. You know, something that was supposed to be very productive on the sector of people that were making that transition and becoming own operators. You know, you just went and twisted it right on up and stuff. And so, you know, people looking at him and saying, no, it ain't worth it, man. I mean, you know, he went out there, he did it, it's not worth it. And, you know, we were supposed to be creating the lane for people that wanted to make that transition over here and stuff. Yeah, there's difficulties. Yeah, people gonna have to put in work. But, you know, y'all went and you disrespected the master teacher. You took his information and twisted it up and stuff. And now, you know, when people ask the real questions, you know, you don't have anything to stand on. You know, you just ducking and dodging and stuff like that, you know, or just going into somebody's personal life, you know. But hey, it is what it is. Cause, you know, we're setting all the records straight. We're setting all the records straight and stuff. And oh, Mr. Trucker Brown, I will not be erasing my content of my videos. You know, they're going to be up for everybody to see, including you. So, you know, you can look at it. You can go into dialogue if you chose to. But again, you know, my content is going to stay up. This particular video is going to stay up. But this is just the preliminary. So, you know, get ready for the main course. Tonight, 7 o'clock, we're going in. Have your tail in the place. This is the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Telling you as always, continue to do your own research, fact-finding studies. Honest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, which is 7 o'clock tonight. Be safe. Be easy. Peace out.